Welcome to another episode of 101. Let's start the show. The PGA Championship has just started. Who's your favorite to win? Jonathan?
It's got to be Jordan Spieth. I thought he looked really good in the British Open in the first 9 of day 4. He looked really good the first 3 days. He kind of collapsed in the back 9 on the Sunday, and it was a little disappointing to see that happen. But I think he'll bounce back in the PGA Championship. I think he let his nerves get in the way of him winning the British Open. I think he'll complete his career Grand Slam this weekend, and I think he wins the PGA Championship.
I'm going to go with a little bit of surprise. I'm going to go with Tony Finau, who he's been top 10 in each of the first 3 majors. Top 10 in each of the first 3. All right, and I think
10.
Okay.
Top
10, yeah.
There's only one winner
in each of the first 3.
So.
All right, and 7 of the last 9 PGA.
So is he.
7 of the 9 PGA Championship winners have been someone looking for their first major title. Okay. There's been a lot of names, you don't really know who they are, and then they win the PGA Championship, all right? And I think he's very talented, and this is where he will take the next step. He's a popular candidate to be a surprise winner. So I got to go Tony Finau.
I got to stick with Jordan. He is my personal favorite golfer on the planet right now. I like the way he plays. I like his swing.
Okay, moving on. Next question.
Hey, you've given us no time, man.
Well, we're moving on.
Chill, all right? I think Jordan completes the career Grand Slam.
I could also see Ricky Fowler winning it.
Yeah, that's true. He looked good day 1. I really like Ricky Fowler, and I think he does have a chance, but Jordan.
Let's switch to the NFL. Christian, who are your top 5 players that you're most excited to watch in the upcoming season?
I'm most excited to watch. At number 5, I got Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs traded away Alex Smith after he led the league in passer rating, all right? And Andy Reid, he knows what he's doing, all right? And so I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be – I'm really excited to see how he does and if the Chiefs were correct about trading Alex Smith away. We don't really know what to expect from him. At number 4, I'm going to go with Ndamukong Suh. He has been the best defensive lineman when he played in both Detroit and Miami. And so
I completely disagree
the best
with that.
defensive.
I disagree with that 100%.
All right. Well, it's my turn. But he has the luxury of playing alongside the best defensive player in football, and Aaron Donald, and so he's going to be one-on-one.
Yep.
A lot of times you're going to have to focus on Donald. So I think he's going to have a breakthrough year. At number 3, I'm going to go with Andrew Luck. And remember, he was elevating himself. He was close to that Tier 1 range before he got injured. Maybe even in the Tier 1 range. And then the injury. And of course now, we don't really know what to expect from him. But I'm really excited to see if he can be a bounce back candidate. And I think he could be really good this year. So why don't you go reveal 5, 4, and 3.
Number 5 is Todd Gurley. He just signed this huge mega deal. He's guaranteed $45 million. He got paid the highest that a running back has ever been paid in the history of football. So I'm really excited to see, was he worth that huge contract? Is he going to pay off this season? Is he going to have another great season? Or is he going to have a little bit of a slump? I really want to see him. I hope he does well, and I hope the Rams do well. I have a confession to make for number 4. I cheated. I broke the rules a little bit because I did not choose a player. I chose a coach, John Gruden.
That's all right.
Okay. He just signed a 10-year, $100 million deal with the Oakland Raiders. He's going to coach, not play. He even said that if he does not get it done this year, he's not going to take any of the money, which was a pretty dumb thing to say because John Gruden's not going to get paid a dime this year. But I really like seeing him back in the coaching spot instead of the Monday Night Football announcer spot. And I think he can do well with the Raiders, but the Raiders just don't have the personnel to contend. I'm sorry. My 3rd player that I'm really excited to see, I'm not really excited to see him play, but I'm excited to see how he does. It's Kirk Cousins. He's the highest paid quarterback in football. He signed this huge deal with the Vikings. I want to see if he's worth the money, if he's worth all the hype. he's got to prove this year that he is a franchise quarterback, which I don't think he did prove in Washington. He's got a good system under Mike Zimmer. I'm excited to see how this whole Kirk Cousins thing turns out. If he's going to be a letdown or if he's going to prove that he is worth this huge amount of money that he's getting paid.
All right, at my number 2, I'm gonna go with Saquon Barkley, and I just want to know if he's worth the hype. All right, I think he's the favorite to win Rookie of the Year, or right now, and I really want to see if because people are expecting a lot from him. Can he live up to that? Because the Giants are relying on him, right? They went 3-13 last year, and they passed up a quarterback. They passed up the future quarterback to succeed Eli Manning, so they could draft this guy. And I really want to see how he will perform his rookie year.
I have the exact same number 2 guy, it's Saquon Barkley. Of course, the rookie out of Penn State. He had a great career at Penn State, but can he perform at a high level in the NFL? I mean, that's what I'm excited to see. I want to watch him play. I'm excited to watch the Giants. I thought I'd never say that, but I am excited to watch the Giants. I want to see them improve after 3-13. Is Saquon Barkley worth the hype? That's a good question, and we're gonna find out soon.
All right, my number 1 is Dalvin Cook. He had a huge start to the season last year before he tore his ACL in Week 4. He was nearly on pace for 2,000 yards. All right, Dalvin Cook, and remember, Adrian Peterson. He tore his ACL one year for the Vikings. And he came back the next year. Eric Sugarman, the Vikings head athletic trainer, got him back, and Adrian Peterson won MVP, all right? Sugarman is still there, and he said that he's been impressed. He really likes what he's seen from Cook so far. This offseason, Cook is not wearing a knee brace, and multiple sources have said that it doesn't look like he has any limitations, and he's ready to start right off where he left last year. He's a sleeper MVP candidate for me.
No.
I didn't say he's gonna win. A sleeper MVP candidate.
He's not a candidate. He's not gonna have an MVP caliber season.
I think he
not with the situation he's in.
Why not? The Vikings are one of the best teams in football.
Exactly. He has so many players that it's kind of like why Kevin Durant.
No. He does not have a running back that's going to contend for his spot.
But he has other guys who can get the job done for him if he can't do it. That's why Kevin Durant and Steph Curry aren't going to win an MVP for a long time because they have each other. That weighs them down when it's time to crown the MVP because they have each other.
I completely
Dalvin
disagree
Cook
with
has
that.
Stephon Good.
I think there's no one in the Vikings
Cousins.
that can, that has the same rushing ability as him, and passing and rushing for me are completely two different things.
Exactly.
Like Adrian Peterson.
You don't get what I'm saying. You don't get the point. He's not going to win it because he has a passing game in Kirk Cousins if he can prove himself, as I said. That's why he cannot win the MVP. If a running back wants to be MVP, he has to prove that he is the front runner on the team and he is the best player on the offense, and I don't think he is.
I think he is.
No, he's nowhere close. My number 1 guy, I'm a little hurt that you did not have him on the list, and I think you should apologize for not having him on your list. Jimmy G is my number 1 guy.
Jimmy Grant? No, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Garoppolo. As we know, he was traded to the 49ers from New England for a draft pick. I didn't like the trade, but I don't know. The Patriots have been making some weird decisions with, benching Malcolm Butler and all that, but I really am excited to see him in his first season as a starting quarterback, a franchise quarterback. He did really good for the 49ers once he was traded there. He finished out the season really strong. So I really want to see him throughout the whole season. Is he a franchise quarterback? Can he perform at a high level? Is he going to help the 49ers maybe even make the playoffs? I don't think they will. But I'm excited to see Jimmy G this year. I really am. I've always cheered for Jimmy G.
We will now continue our NFL season predictions for each team. We will predict the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers seasons. And all right, reveal your predictions for the Lions.
I got 7-9, third in the NFC North, and no playoffs.
6-10, third in the NFC North, no playoffs.
All right, so they have a good, solid quarterback in Matthew Stafford, who I think is in the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. Remember, he was third in pass yards and fourth in...
What did you just say?
I said that he was in the top 10. All right.
I'm not going to look at you for the rest of the show after you just said that.
All right.
That is unconstitutional.
All right, that's fine.
Disrespectful. How dare you say something about that?
All right, this is... I don't know why he's so upset about this, but... Matthew Stafford was third in pass yards last year, behind Aaron Rodgers. No, not Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady. Tom Brady was one of the two, and fourth in pass touchdowns last year. All right, third in pass yards, fourth in pass touchdowns. All right, I really don't know why he's so upset about me saying he's not in the top 10. All right, I'm actually I think it's funny that he's so upset about this. And the offensive.
No, what's funny is that you say that in the same breath. You use the words top 10 and Matt Stafford in the same sentence. That's what's funny, because I'm dying over here that you just said something like that, okay? Continue on.
Alright. The offensive line has improved, as well as Stafford's weapons. I think Kerryon Johnson's going to be really good. The reason I have them as a losing record is they ranked 27th in total defense last year, and they haven't done much to help it. So that's why I got them at 7-9, but I like the offense. I like Matt Patricia. I think he's going to be a good coach. And so 7-9, I like 7-9.
I'm not going to look at him during this segment. I'm just going to look at the camera because I can after what he just said to me. The Detroit Lions will go 6-10, as I said. I think it was smart that they finally parted ways with Jim Caldwell. He just couldn't get the job done in Detroit. Hiring Matt Patricia, defensive coordinator from New England, was a very smart move. I'm not sure why other teams like the Raiders didn't do that, but I think Matt Patricia would do a good job in Detroit. Matt Stafford's okay. He's not top 10. The running game has some young talent that I think has the potential to be really good, but they just don't have.
Notice how I'm handling him saying that Matt Stafford shouldn't be in the top 10. I'm not turning. I'm
because I'm not.
That I don't agree with you, but I'm still looking at
I'm looking at the camera. I'm just not looking at you because, I have the decency to say that Matt Stafford's not top 10 because he's not top 10. Now let me finish, please. Defense, like he said, can't believe I'm using one of the things he said in this argument because he just said Matt Stafford was top 10, but the defense just not good enough to help the Lions win games. They just don't have the personnel right now to be a contender for the playoffs. All right, so it's a rough year for the Lions and Lions fans. Once again, I'm sorry, Lions fans, that the Lions are once again disappointing you.
Okay, reveal your predictions for the Packers.
Now what are you going to say? Randall Cobb is top 10 wide receivers, huh?
All right, let's go.
Let's see. Packers will go 12-4. First in the NFC North and a 3 seed in the NFC.
I got them at 11-5, second in the NFC North, and the number 6 seed. Aaron Rodgers is back. He's my MVP favorite for this year. Great additions in Jimmy Graham and Muhammad Wilkerson. Question here is, can Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones give, Rodgers and the Packers a decent backfield for once? And they need to figure out who Rodgers is going to throw the ball to besides Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb, and Jimmy Graham. Remember, they do have a Geronimo Allison, but remember, Rodgers has expressed frustration with the number 3, with the 3 rookie wide receivers. Last year yesterday or a couple of days ago, he said... Yesterday. He said that he was really upset at the lack of effort the receivers were showing. I like the Vikings more in this division. The Packers did improve their defense, but I still think the Vikings defense is better. And I've already said, I think Dalvin Cook's going to be really good. So I got to go Vikings ahead of the Packers, but it's a very close race.
The more and more we see Aaron Rodgers play, the more bad I feel for him that he just has no other offensive talent on his offensive squad. I really feel bad for him, okay? He's never had a good run game throughout his entire career. Never really had a star receiver for him to throw the ball to. He's had some okay tight ends, but never a star wide receiver. The defense this year is just mediocre, average, and they're like the Lions. They just don't have enough personnel to contend. I do think they'll make the playoffs just because they have Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks on the planet, but they just don't have anybody else, and that's why I don't think that they can contend for a Super Bowl this year. They'll do what they always do good in the regular season, and then just not go that far in the playoffs.
Okay, and also, Christian, just to let you know, for the Green Bay Packers, did he mean that they would be number 5 in playoffs or number 6 in playoffs? Because that says number 5 in playoffs.
Oh, number 6.
Yeah.
My bad. Thank you.
Just clearing that up. Thanks for watching 101 today. Make sure to subscribe and drop a like below. And see you next time on 1-on-1.
Go Nationals.